Hey, welcome. All my right thinkers. Thanks for tuning in. Check out your boy, B Farm, thinking right out here in my lab where I do what I do for you. I got a nice lesson. We're going to talk about the Great Awakening. Everybody talk about the way, yeah, but we call it the Great Awakening. And the Great Awakening don't come with college degrees. What you get from me, you can't get this in college or university. That's what I'm saying. Let's talk about it. I can wake you up. Let's rock. Rightisms, 25 rules to live by. Storytelling, story with a message. There's always a message in my stories for life. I give life lessons. You tuning in and receiving them. I appreciate you. We got a good thing going. Let's do what we do. Right thinking mission is to enlighten, inspire, educate, and motivate you, the individual, to a higher spiritual level of enlightenment. Right thinking's way of life through mental and spiritual discipline practice daily will help and guide you to attain your goal of reaching spiritual enlightenment, aka know thyself. My mission that all right thinkers know thyself. If you're a right thinker, your goal is to know thyself. See where we're going with this? Let's get it together. So I asked the question, do you know do you know you? Well, when I'm through, that's what I do for you. It's rhetorical, but if you don't have an answer for yourself, tune in. I got you. A person who knows not. That they know not is foolish. Disregard them. Don't be them. A person who knows not and knows that they know not is simple, but you can teach them. That's why I do what I do for you. Appreciate you too. Stay tuned. I got more for you. A person who knows not and believe and think that they know is dangerous. Disregard them. A person who knows not, okay, avoid them, sorry. A person who knows not and is asleep. I can awaken them. I'm the spiritual law class. I'm here to wake you up with knowledge of self. That's what I do for you. A person who knows and knows that they know is wise. Follow them. All these persons reside in you. Right thinkers, know thyself and to might be true. Right thinkers, they talk about P-Funk philosophy says the Great Awakening don't come with college degrees. Trust me. Right thinkers, becoming God conscious is the ultimate purpose and awakening of oneself to what? Know thyself, who? Your true higher self. We come in the world identifying with our self as ego self. But to get better, to know God, you got to awaken to your higher self. 1 second, excuse me. They call it the Great Awakening because every individual has to reach that level. And frame of my man Muhammad Ali, the greatest love of all is you being your best self. So that's my concept. And I know personally from my experience with knowledge of God, aka thyself, you have all the knowledge you need. Knowing all, no. Knowing thyself, that's knowing all. Okay. But teaching greatness is no, excuse me, you can't teach greatness. Reaching greatness is you what? Putting in the work to what? Know thyself. It's a life changing scenario that you can embark on. We call that the path to enlightenment. Some people don't want to be enlightened. They're not going to walk that path. They're not going to talk that talk or walk that walk. So lead them be and do you like I do me. Trust me, it's all about self. If you don't know yourself, you don't know nothing else. That means you're not awoke. That means you're still spiritually asleep. Not dead, just sleep. Ignorance is not knowing. So if you're spiritually ignorant, you don't know God. That's all my point is. If y'all can think and believe all you want, but if you ain't living it, what's the purpose of knowing it? There you go now. All that hoorah. No. How you living? Talking that nonsense don't mean nothing. I practice what I teach. I follow a biblical concept. My pastor in Christianity, he practices what he preached. I respect that. And anybody who practices what they talking, I ain't got a problem with you either. But don't give me this degree nonsense. Well, how many degrees you got? Damn degrees, damn certificates don't mean nothing. Wow. I have a few master degrees, but I'm not jumping up and down. And the one I'm most proud of is the one that mastered me. That's the master's degree that impresses me the most. All the rest of them, yeah, I put the time in. Y'all. I'm not beat for all that. Oh, I got this, I got that. Having college, scholarly knowledge, and earning degrees just means personally nothing to me or God. Why? He don't give a damn about your grades. He don't give a damn what college you attended. How you live. Okay, now we can talk. All that other talk means nothing. So the knowledge, oh, I got this degree, I'm mastering that. Okay, that's all personal achievements. I come to find out nobody really give a damn anyway. So keep it to yourself. That's what I do now. And I have a master's degree in a few things. Greek mythology, religious history, okay, philosophy. So earning degrees just means you put study time in 1,000 hours. Do you do that? Have you done it for yourself? I put way more than 1,000 on myself, so I'm way past that degree, PhD there. So again, that means I can teach it. If you haven't mastered you, all those other degrees you're going to take means nothing. I mastered my Tawi, my art philosophy, she taught Netta, aka Egyptian yoga. I have self-mastery. And I have a few degrees. So jumping up and down about that, how you living it? That's what all that counts right there. Having all degrees and walking around like this, you living like a piece of crap, treating people like crap, you ain't did nothing. Okay? Yeah, ego tripping. That's what that is. But if you put in 1,000 hours of study time, a perspective free, if you put 1,000 hours in study in a perspective that you choose, you will be considered a master. 1,000 hours, yeah, that's the criteria. That's the standard. In college, you do 1,000 hours in 45 minutes here, hour here. So it stretches out a whole period of time. But the whole time, that's what you're doing. Studying and learning. They give you tests. So that's the purpose of education. The mystery system of life is just the same. Y'all just took a piece of it and used it. I don't need your cap or your gown or your gowns to have that crown of self-knowledge. I wear a crown every day, okay? But my point is, I have knowledge of self. You got knowledge of things. I got that knowledge too, but I can put that aside. Let's work with self-knowledge. Well, yeah, they go around Crandon. They did everything but learn about themselves. That's my point with them. They're very smart, intellectually, yeah, but they know themselves. That's all. Being smart and everything except yourself, but it don't help you in the end. That's my point. Knowing thyself isn't a learning, and you don't do it in college and universities. Trust me. You don't go to college to learn about yourself. You go learn degrees to get the lessons that they're teaching you. They ain't giving you life lessons. I do that every day. That's all I'm saying. That's all I'm saying. I got students, graduate, Harvard University. Know they said, Brother Wright, Master, what you giving me life lessons? They didn't give me that. I said, thank you, I appreciate it. But he had, what? Now he got life lessons from me, and he got his Harvard degree. He can go do whatever he want to do. Love that. Respect for that. That's what I'm trying to tell you. It don't make a difference about this knowledge. You can do other stuff. Just going to help it out. And he said, man, I'm glad I tuned into you last 4 years. Bam! He's getting a Harvard degree, and he also get a life lesson from me. I love that. So you can't view, no, that means nothing to me. That life story means something. I got Harvard. I got students at Stanford. So again, I'm not bragging on the university college level education. No, you can get that, but just don't forget yourself. That's all. I made sure my daughter didn't do that. Moving on. Okay. Okay. Knowing thyself isn't learning college. Perfect example, segue right to my girl. My daughter in her college ventures learned about everything she needed to know. I kept her abreast on her. And because she's a student, she took it. I gave it to her just enough, not to deter her or take away from what she's doing, but just at the end, she said, Papa Smurf, you smart. Thank you. In life, I don't give a, if somebody has a bunch of knowledge, and she's been a student since she was in 6th grade, been following scholarly stuff all her life. She's in academia, but she still say, I'm smarter. I'm Papa Smurf. That means I'm the smart guy from the Smurf. She's my Smurfette. That's a little game back. But in life, yeah, I got advice for her and been there for the whole time. That's being a father and a teacher. Okay? So I was the one who taught her about herself, her higher self. That was 7 years ago. Okay? She's graduate professor at Stanford U. Don't put on blast like that, but yeah. And I got a son who also got a degree from Fordham University, communication. He's teaching and coaching his kids in AAU basketball. So yeah, I got my personal students. I got my real life students. Don't make a difference. I got students. Why? I'm a teacher. I just want students. So in life, I'm good at giving what help you make the degrees for yourself. The master yourself is the best degree you can have. Trust me. Get them other ones. I ain't saying don't, but make sure you master yourself. And don't forget, knowing thyself is the highest knowledge you can attain. Why? Because at Judgment Day, that's what's going to be needed. Your heart. How pure was your heart? Because you live right, you did right, you understand life. So your heart is light as my feather. You good to go. Moving on. The Great Awakening is you having obtained your self-knowledge for yourself. And you can still obtain other knowledge. That's what I'm saying. I have what's that? Oh, I got a Harvard grad. I got a Stanford professor under my tutelage. That just does it for me. Why? I know college. I know how to help. University of Tampa. I know about college. Been there, got my degree. So again, it ain't about me. It's about getting the knowledge that you need so that you can be your best self. That's what it's all about. And again, I did mine. And my right thinking students, I gave them the knowledge I had before I became a right thinker. My son said, Dad, right thinking is cool, but I'm good with what you gave me. He's doing just fine. So my right thinking students, they get my life lessons. And they also get the good education academically. I don't have a problem with that. That's a perfect combination. I love it when my students of my life lessons, right thinking philosophy, understand and they get the benefit of what practicing it, and they let me know, yo man, thank you. That's the preference of a teacher. When you can thank me for what I gave you, that means I did something right. With self-knowledge, now you are personally ready for what? Another level of knowledge. With self-knowledge, now you're ready to take on whatever in it you can get and acquire whatever else you want. But when you got self in the pocket, you good to go. They tell you what, find the kingdom of heaven. Know thyself. And after that, you good to go. Whatever you can conceive, you put the mindset to it, you can achieve. Remember, think unlimited. Right thinkers think unlimited. Okay? I also have no advanced knowledge. Excuse me. I also have I got all my right thinkers in advanced education. I got some without high school graduation degrees who love what? To learn about themselves, and they having fun doing it. Man, this is better school. Yeah, because why? You can live it. You can control you. Learning that, do that. Some people don't have a clue. That's because the ego got them covered, and they just let the ego run them. They wonder why life is messed up. Okay? Ignorance. Again, being ignorant of a whole lot of stuff, okay, but being ignorant of yourself is not a minus. It's not a plus. It's a minus. Why? You're not going to advance in life. That's why. I know the knowledge I give can't be gotten from no college or universities. Nobody other than me. Why? This is my philosophy. It's coming from me. It's mine. I'm the creator of it. Oh, you make your own? No, I didn't make nothing up. I mastered it and I critiqued it to my style, hence right thinking. Moving on. And it's a way to what? Use this. Use this. I'm trying to get you to understand that's your best weapon. Thinking, the brain that God gave us, the conscious, that's the ultimate. But if it's not being used to the max, that's the person who didn't do it for, not God. Okay, don't well, God, no. We all got one. And every one of them is just to be magnificent and sophisticated as the next, with the ability to do whatever you wanted to do. That's the image in God that we have. Create. We are creators. Okay. All right, let me wrap it up for you again. I appreciate you tuning in. What I got and what I teach can only be gotten from me, not from colleges and universities. That's already proven. What I teach, they're not going to teach this in college. No. They don't want you to know yourself. They want you to just go stay on the hamster wheel, take what we give you, you keep fighting into the system. The matrix. And everybody plugged in. I did the unplug. I mean, get this shit off me. Yeah, let me think for myself, become a right thinker. That's my goal. All right. And spirituality ain't manifested, it's internal. Okay. And my right thinking philosophy is based on my life experiences. in what I studied and learned, but I incorporate my own experiences to justify, to authentify my teachings. All right, but that taught me what life lessons. Be they good or bad, I'm gonna break it down for you and get you to understand. If you do this, it'll work out. If you do that, it ain't gonna work out. Simple. Ain't but two ways. Ain't but two genders. Ain't but two ways. Duality is the furthest you can go. Why? You got this or that. You don't need nothing else. You got male and female. Don't need nothing else. But if you got male thinking he a woman, you got women think they're male, that's psychological. You deal with that psychologically. You don't give them an outlet and say, well, that's your way of life. No, it ain't. So I get out of there. You don't get caught up in that nonsense. All right. But my whole point is when you have self-knowledge, when you obtain things that's going to help you do what you need to do, that's called life lessons. I'm teaching them from a perspective of my own experience. I ain't here grandstanding do a whole bunch of nonsense, but I can teach you about the streets. Why? That's where I come from, the hustle game. I know that. That's in which was my lifestyle for a little while, a good while, matter of fact, until what? I got better and realized that ain't the way of life that I want for myself. I was young and dumb. When I got a little older, bye-bye, move on. And I can teach you about Masonic life. Why? I'm a master mason. Dean of instruction for 15 years. I was a good mason too. Again, master of the craft. I read, I studied, and I taught. Who knew? Again, just showing you how it breaks down. When I wear my sage hat, and I like to wear, why? Because it's a title that I'm proud to have. I didn't call myself a sage. I call myself the right thinking man. So, spiritual philosopher, those are titles that, because of what I do, that's the definition of what I do. I just told you, I got 3 ways. I can do the street, I can do school, and I can do higher level. All right, Masonic, I got that too. All right, but again, I have Masonic lifestyle. I lived 27 years. Put my time in. And I can teach you now, my favorite teachings is about God and living right. I know that too. That's where I'm at right now in my life. So wherever I'm at, whatever I'm doing, I'm instructing, teaching, so I can show somebody, help somebody do it for themselves. Always been doing it, going to continue to do it. Hope you enjoyed the lesson. Where we at with this, so I appreciate you tuning in. But take the lessons to me. I tune in and give me life. I don't give a damn about a life. I give a damn about getting my lessons heard and understood and implemented. I'm not a view chaser. I'm a teacher. All right. I can wake you up to have your own great awakening with self-knowledge and real life lessons, aka I call them rightisms. I can give you life lessons from my own experience that you can use to help start your life with the greatest of ease. Okay, like daring a man on a flying trapeze. When you're good at life and living it, you can go with the flow. You don't swim upstream. You just backstroke and just let the flow take you where it goes, and you do your thing. That's the concept of what great awakening. You don't fight life. You enjoy it. I am now. I've been fighting. Oh, life was a hell of a fight. But everything come out right. Just take lessons from Mr. Right. You'll see. And in closing, right thinkers, may you all live to be 100. Me, 100 miles a day. So that I'll never know my right thinkers who hopefully had their great awakening because they know it don't come from college to pass away. I'll be right back with some more. You know how we do.